If you guys are looking to buy some cheap and reliable MT, head on over to Aola.com and use code YBC at checkout for a discount.
Yo, what's good YouTube? It's YBC and I am back bringing another video, and in this video I am going to be ranking, in my opinion, all of the best point guards in NBA 2K20 Myteam on a tier list. Before we hop into the video and everything, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys go ahead and consider hitting that subscribe button, because right now we are on this road and grind to 100,000 subscribers. So every single month I do position rankings videos where I do rank the top cards at every single position in NBA 2K20 Myteam. The point guard, the center, the shooting guard, the small forward, and the power forward. And when I do those, I rank them in terms of a top 10 ranking. The top 10 cards you guys can buy in order for those position rankings. Except this time around, guys, for this month, I do want to do things a little bit differently by putting these point guards right here on a tier list, instead of me telling you guys, in my opinion, the top 10 point guards and so on and so forth for the other positions. Going forward, I low-key want to do tier lists more so than top 10 rankings, because when it comes to the tier list, you guys did show a lot of love to the other Galaxy Bowl tier list video that I did do the other day. I do appreciate that a lot. And alongside that reason right there, doing these tier list rankings videos allows me to add in way more point guards than just simply putting 10 in one top 10 list. In this video right here, guys, I am going to be ranking around 75 to 90-ish point guards, around that range. I don't know how much exactly, guys, but that is just simply a rough estimate. So even though some of you guys might not have like a top 10 type of team, a lot of you guys don't have that type of team. So this video right here, guys, will help pretty much everybody who needs an updated point guard, because I'm going to be ranking pretty much all of the diamond point guards that are good all the way up to Galaxy Opal. So diving straight into it right here, as you guys can see, we have the official tier list on the screen in front of us today. I am going to be quickly going over how this tier list works in case you guys don't know how it works, but it is very, very simple and easy. Essentially, guys, this tier right here is just like how you earn grades in school. You get letter grades for doing well in the classes. Same thing when it comes to the cards. Essentially, I'm going to be giving them a letter grade. A, B, C, and D, and F are all letter grades. And when it comes to the GOAT tier, guys, the GOAT tier is the highest, meaning it is the best tier. More specifically, though, when it comes to these grades, the GOAT tier basically means it is the best in the game, like I mentioned. When it comes to A, guys, this tier right here means it is a great tier. Great is the word I would use to describe this tier. For B, I would use solid. For C, I would use good. For D, I would use not good. And F, I would use unusable to take them off your team immediately. So based off that note, guys, I think it's time that we start off with these rankings right here. I do have in the bottom right hand corner my point guards, and starting off right here with the first point guard, Cole Anthony. I think this card right here does belong in the A tier. I think that he is a great card, but honestly, I don't think that he's at that GOAT level yet. Next up, we have LaMelo Ball. I do think this card right here does belong in the GOAT tier, guys. He's 6'8" at the point guard position with 50+ Hall of Fame badges, crazy attributes everywhere. He is a GOAT point guard. Next up, we have Zion Williamson. Even though I don't like this card, I don't think that he is worth locking in at all. He does belong in a GOAT tier, guys. He needs respect when respect is due. And that's what I'm doing when I make this list. I might not like a card, I might like a card too much, but at the end of the day, I'm unbiased when I do make these tier lists and these rankings videos. So Zion Williamson, guys, pretty much has every single stat at like 95 and higher. And on top of that, guys, he's 6'6" with what's unstable animations, which is good, but his dribbles aren't that good. So like I said, I don't like the card that much, but he still belongs in the GOAT tier for those reasons. I do think this Anthony Edwards card right here does belong in the GOAT tier. Essentially, this dude right here is a clone of Galaxy Bowl Dwayne Wade. They share the exact same base of a jump shot, which is that cheesy base 98, and he also does have a lot of Hall of Fame badges, around 50, just like that Opal Dwayne Wade. And when we get to Dwayne Wade, guys, spoiler alert, Dwayne Wade will be in the GOAT category as well. I think this RJ Hampton card right here does belong in the GOAT tier. Essentially, this dude right here is a 6'6" version of Tracy McGrady. Same jump shot base, that Trey Burke base, and he is an updated card. He just came out the other day. This dude right here is incredible. Moving on to Baron Davis. I think this Baron Davis card right here does belong in the C tier. Borderline D tier, but I'm going to be putting him right here in the C tier just because of his animations. This Baron Davis card right here is an extremely outdated card, but he, I feel like, still is usable. We do move on to Errol Boykins right here. He's an F tier. He's 5'5", and he's just simply unusable. Baron Davis, even though he's not that usable, will post hook and destroy Errol Boykins every single play. For Pink Diamond Richie Guerin, I think that he does belong in the B tier right here. He is a solid card all around. For this Pink Diamond Magic Johnson card right here, he is also in the B tier as well. Moving forward to this Pink Diamond D'Angelo Russell, I feel like this Pink Diamond D'Lo card does belong in the B tier. Next up is Pink Diamond Desmond Mason. I also feel like Pink Diamond Desmond Mason does belong in the B tier as well. Both these cards right here are very solid. Moving along to this Pink Diamond Spencer Dinwiddie card, I think he is in the C tier right here. Even though he's 6'6", honestly, I'm not a fan of his animations at all. His jump shot is kind of weird to time, so therefore I feel like he's in the C tier. Next up is Pink Diamond Reggie Theus. I think this Pink Diamond Reggie Theus does belong in the B tier. Unlike Spencer Dinwiddie, when it comes to Spencer Dinwiddie, like I said, bad animations. Reggie Theus is 6'7" with very good animations, and therefore I think he does belong in the B tier. So moving forward to this Pink Diamond Pistol Pete Maravich card right here, I think he does belong in the B tier as well. Borderline A tier, but I don't think he is as good as the Cole Anthony type of cards in my team. Moving on to Diamond Ben Simmons, I think that he does belong in the C tier. I think that he is a good card, but a very outdated card, guys. When it comes to Ben Simmons, he cannot shoot. He only has a 65 three-pointer. He is a very similar card to Magic, but Matt Johnson, like I said, can shoot. He has an over an 83 ball, while Ben Simmons has a 65. The main reason why Ben Simmons right here is in the C tier is honestly just because he is 6'10". Otherwise, if he was 6'5" or below with the 65 3 ball, he'd be in a D, borderline F tier. If we do move along to this Diamond J.R. Smith card, I think this Diamond J.R. Smith also does belong in the C tier as well. For Diamond J.R. Smith, guys, honestly, his animations aren't that good. The Galaxy Opal is much improved and has a lot better of animations. Furthermore, when it comes to this J.R. Smith card, he is a clone of Desmond Mason, and Desmond Mason is a clone of J.R. Smith. So, considering Desmond Mason is a Pink Diamond, higher tier, and also an updated card of J.R. Smith, essentially, he is the Pink Diamond J.R. Smith in the B tier, while Diamond J.R. Smith is falling in the C tier. If we do move along right here to Muggsy Bogues, this dude right here belongs in the F tier, and there's no doubt about it. He's 5'3" at the point guard position. Nuh-uh. F tier is where he goes. Next up is Pink Diamond LeBron James, the glitch version of him, the point guard version. I think he should be in the A tier right here. I think he's a slight bit outdated to be in a GOAT tier, but he is still a very great card. If we do move along to this Pink Diamond Stephen Curry, I think Pink Diamond Steph Curry does belong in the B tier right here alongside these cards right here, guys. The only thing that is holding Stephen Curry back from being higher is that he can dunk. But considering Galaxy Opal can dunk, he will be higher up than the Pink Diamond version. Next up right here is this Pink Diamond West Unsell card. I do think this card right here does belong in the GOAT tier. As I mentioned, Zion Williamson has the exact same animation pretty much as West Unsell. These two cards right here are pretty much clones of each other. For Pink Diamond Kevin Johnson right here, I think he does belong in the A tier. A lot of you guys will probably disagree with me on this one, but I think this Kevin Johnson card right here is a very underrated card in my team. He's 6'5" with a great wingspan and a very fast jump shot. If we do move on to this Pink Diamond Derrick Rose card right here, the free version of Derrick Rose, I think he does belong in the B tier. He's a good, very solid card all around. If we do move along, next up to this Hersey Hawkins. I think this Hersey Hawkins right here does belong in the B category as well with these guys who are kind of short. The B category right here is kind of for cards that are kind of around the 6'3" range that could do a lot of things. Hersey Hawkins is in that range as well. He's around 6'3" that could do pretty much everything, but nothing too crazy about Hersey Hawkins' card that puts him over the top in the A or a Go category. They do move along to Lenny Wilkins right here, guys. I think he does belong in the C tier. He is a good card. He's a good card all around, but the animations for him really aren't that good. For this Diamond Rex Chapman card right here, I think he does belong in the A tier. This dude right here is gold all around. And for those of you guys who know about this Rex Chapman card, you guys know. And for those of you guys who know about Rex Chapman in previous 2Ks, you guys know this man right here is a beast. He is a triple threat reward, so for those of you guys who are looking to get him, that's the way you get him, and you guys can get him until 2K brings him back into my team. But for those of you guys who do have him, massive W's to you guys because he is incredible. I do move along to this Pink Diamond free Terry Rozier card right here. I think he does belong in the B tier. He is a very similar card to Pink Diamond Derrick Rose all around. These two cards right here are very similar to each other. Next up is Diamond Paul Westphal, who I think belongs in the B tier right here. He is a very underrated card, but I honestly don't think that he is at the Rex Chapman or Anthony Edwards level in my team. As we do move on, next up right here, move along to Dennis Smith Jr. I think this Dennis Smith Jr. card right here also does belong in the B tier as well. He's a very similar card to Derrick Rose, so considering I have Rose here, Smith belongs here as well. Next up for Trey Burke, I think he should be in the C tier. I think he's a very underrated card as well in my team and deserves more recognition. But the only thing holding him back, guys, is that he is standing in at, unfortunately, 6 feet tall. We do move along right here to this Diamond Dwayne Wade. I think Diamond Dwayne Wade does belong in the A tier. There's not much difference at all between Pink Diamond Dwayne Wade and Diamond Dwayne Wade. And for those of you guys who know how cheesy that Dwayne Wade card is, you guys just know. And next up right here for Bill Walton. This is a tough one, I'm not gonna lie, because he's super tall, but he's not like super glitchy tall, if that makes sense. So based off that note, I feel like this card right here does belong in the B tier. I don't think he's good enough, guys, even though he's 7 feet tall, to be in the A tier. If we do move on to this Pink Diamond Stephon Marbury card, I think he also does belong in the B tier as well. And looks like the B tier is filled up right here, so I'm going to be transitioning over to another tier list. Just basically going to refresh it because we're out of space on this one. As we do move on to this Pink Diamond Nate Robinson, he is borderline D tier, but I'm going to put him in the C tier, guys, just because he is usable. He is usable against cards that are 6'3" and below. So therefore, I have him in the C tier because Nate Robinson, guys, is 5'9", and that right there is a huge red flag, I feel like. But he still is usable, and he still is a good card because he came out a couple weeks ago, so he is a pretty up-to-date Pink Diamond card. We do move along to Pink Diamond Penny Hardaway. I also feel like Pink Diamond Penny Hardaway should be in the, you know what, I think Penny Hardaway is actually in a B tier type of card. I was going to say C, but I think Penny Hardaway right here, this version of him, is in the B tier. He's 6'7", guys, very, very chibi body frame, and he is very, very similar to the Opal card in terms of his badges and attributes. They do move along to Bingo Smith, guys. I think Bingo Smith does belong in the, I'll put him in the C tier right here. Honestly, I feel like he's a step below Marbury and Penny Hardaway and the rest of the B guys, but he is still a very good card. It low-key hurts putting Bingo Smith, guys, in his C tier because before I cut my afro, he was the clone of me. He was a Pink Diamond YBC. As we do move along right here to this Jokic card, I think Jokic does belong in the A tier. Unlike Bill Walton, where I mentioned Bill Walton is 7 feet and isn't like the glitchy 7 feet, Jokic is a glitchy 7-foot point guard. And he also is an equal to a Galaxy Opal, guys, in which I also think that Galaxy Opal does belong in the A tier right here. The maxed out version of Jokic is the version I'm talking about. We do move along to, I think this is Ja Morant. I think Ja Morant should be in the B tier as well. He's a very similar card to Derrick Rose, and basically he's just simply a clone of Derrick Rose again. Next up right here is Flash Evo John Wall, and I'm talking about the Galaxy version of John Wall. I think that he does belong in the A tier. I don't think he's quite a GOAT tier yet, guys. I think he should be in the A tier of point guard. If we do move on to this Pink Diamond Yanis, there's no doubt about it, guys, that the Pink Diamond Yanis glitch PG is a GOAT tier type of card. You can low-key make a case and say that the glitch version of Giannis, Pink Diamond Giannis, is the best point guard in the entire game. And borderline, you can make a case and say that he is the most overpowered card in the game because he does play point guard and he is Giannis. For Pink Diamond Russell Westbrook, I am going to be putting him in the B tier right here. I was thinking of putting him in the A, but this Russell Westbrook card right here is too outdated to be put in the A tier. He's not outdated in terms of being usable because he is still 100% usable, 100%. But in terms of putting him in the A tier with Wall and Jokic, Opals, I don't think I could do that. So I have him in the B tier right here. I do move along to this Pink Diamond Chris Paul card. This low-key hurts me, guys, because I love this card a lot, and he is one of my favorite cards in the game. But he does belong in the C tier right here, guys. He's another one of those 6-foot point guard. He essentially is like Trey Burke. Both of them are at 6 foot tall and could dunk, but not dunk well. Once we get a Galaxy version of Chris Paul, I think he'll be in an A tier, no doubt. But until we get an Opal CP3, this is the best version of CP3 we have, and we have him in a C tier. Next up right here is Pink Diamond Dwayne Wade, who I think does belong in the A tier. As I mentioned, there's not much of a difference between a Diamond card and Pink Diamond version of Dwayne Wade, other than 2 Hall of Fame badges. That is about it. So have him in the A tier right here. As we move on to this Galaxy Opal Kyrie Irving card, I think Opal Kyrie does belong in the B tier. Although I think this Opal Kyrie card is a very, very overrated card in my team. He is a solid card all around, but I think he is overrated. He has a pretty slow jumper, but he has golden dribbling animation. So considering he's like one of the best dribblers in the game, I feel like that's enough to put him in the B category rather than the C. If we do move along to this Galaxy Donovan Mitchell, I think he does belong in the A tier. I think this card right here is goated all around. I loved him when I did a gameplay on him. Super easy jump shot to green. Great Donovan Mitchell type of dunking animations as well. I feel like this is good enough to put him in the A tier. Moving right along to Galaxy Victor Oladipo, I think he does belong in the A tier as well. He's a very similar card in terms of how good he is to Galaxy Donovan Mitchell. For Jonathan Isaac right here, guys, Galaxy I think he does belong in the A tier. There's no question about it. For Draymond Green as well, guys, this might be a little bit of a stretch. Some of you guys will probably disagree with me on this, but I honestly feel like this Draymond Green card right here does belong in the GOAT tier. And that is mainly because 2K did fix this card's jump shot. In previous years, he's had a very slow jump shot, which has held him back from being like a top position. But considering he has like a really top elite jump shot this year, it is a lot better than previous years. I think he does belong in the GOAT tier. 6'7" guy, Draymond Green, not 6'5", he is 6'7". They didn't change the height back down to 6'5", even though he's 6'5" in real life. They made him 6'7" in 2K. I think that is good enough to be in the GOAT tier. For this fully evolved Gallows Ben Simmons, I think he does belong in the GOAT tier as well. There's no doubt about it, guys. Same thing with T-Mac as well. For these GOAT tier cards, it's kind of like a no-brainer. T-Mac and Simmons are like top 10 point guards in the game right now, so they both belong in the GOAT tier. For next up right here is Gary Payton. I think he belongs in the A tier right here. I consider Gary Payton, in my opinion, the best point guard defender in the entire game. And offensively, they fixed his jump shot, and it is a lot easier to green than the Pink Diamond version, which sucked in my opinion. So I think that is good enough, guys, to be put in the A tier, a step higher than the B tier cards. We do move along to the Pink Diamond, Opal, out of position, point guard Kevin Durant, no-brainer again, he does belong in the GOAT tier. The Big O is up next, and I do think that he should be in the A tier of point guards in my team. For Opal Campus legend Magic Johnson, I think he does belong in the GOAT tier as well. Honestly, there's not much difference between this Magic Johnson right here and the GOAT version of Magic. As we do move along to this LeBron James card, no-brainer again, Gallo symbol LeBron James does belong in the GOAT category. Same thing right here with Scottie Pippen, guys. He does belong in the GOAT category. I actually changed my opinion on the Scottie Pippen card. Initially, I didn't like him, but now I love him a lot because 2K did change his jump shot. They made it faster and smoother. Next up is GOAT Magic, and because Campus Legend Magic was in the GOAT tier, and because his card right here has 99 and everything, there's no brainer again. He should be in the GOAT tier as well. Next up for MJ, guys, this card, Opal MJ, also does belong in a GOAT tier as well. My goodness, we're going through a lot of GOATs right now. Opal MJ right here is in the GOAT tier as well. For the next card that I do put in a GOAT tier, I am going to be making a new list right here as we do move along to this Gallo Silva D'Angelo Russell card. I think he does belong in the A tier. D'Lo, this card right here is a step higher than this Pink Diamond, in which I put his Pink Diamond in the B tier. This card right here can dunk, but I don't feel like he is as good as these GOAT cards right here, like who we have up here. Don't think so, guys. For Opal Trae Young right here, I think he does belong in the D tier. He is a very, very, very undersized point guard, and he cannot dunk, and that right there is a huge red flag. He is borderline not usable, guys. If we do move along to this Gallo Silva Archibald card right here, I think he does belong in the B tier. He's a very up-to-date card in my team. He came out about a month ago, and he deserves to be in the solid tier, I feel like. For Jamal Crawford right here, I think he does belong in the A tier right here. He has very, very glitchy dribble animations, and 2K this year allowed Jamal Crawford to dunk, which is a massive W. Previous year they didn't do that, but considering this year, guys, they did do that with the glitch dribbling and a glitchy jump shot. A tier is what I feel like this Jamal Crawford card right here does belong in. If we do move along to this Gallo Silva Allen Iverson card right here, I think he should be put in the B tier. And that's mainly because he is 6 feet tall, honestly. He's a good card all around, but 6 feet tall, guys, and I don't think that he can hold any of these guys right here in the A tier. So therefore, I think he does belong in the B tier. I am going to be placing Steve Francis in the A tier. Every single year he does come with great animation, and this year as well, guys, 2K juiced him up a ton as well. For Devin Booker, Opal, the Spotlight Sim one, I am going to be placing him right here in the B tier. I feel like this Devin Booker card right here is a very overrated card in my team. And I love Devin Booker. I love Devin Booker in the NBA. I have him on my fantasy team. I'm a big fan of him. But in 2K, honestly, he is not that good. He's 6'6", and when I did a gameplay on him, he went up for a lot of layups instead of dunks. And being 6'6", guys, that draws a yellow flag. You know what, guys? I feel like that driving dunk is a major flaw, and I feel like he does belong in a C tier right here, guys, instead of the B tier of point guard. I'm going to make a quick change right here from B to C for Booker. If we do move on to Tony Parker right here, I feel like Tony Parker is in the A tier just because he got an Evo update. That Evo update for Tony Parker gave him 50 Hall of Fame badges and a way better drive and dunk. And he does share a very similar base and jump shot to Dwayne Wade. As we do move along to Gus Edwards, I feel like Gus Edwards does belong in the F tier, guys. If you have this Gus Edwards card right here, get him off your team. He's a point guard with no range center. That has to be the biggest red flag I've ever seen in my life. And he also, I feel like, I also think that he's 6'1", if I remember correctly. So 6'1" with no range, what can he do? He can't dunk that well either. I did a gameplay on him. This card right here, red flag, big red flag. Stay away from him. On to another tier list right here, as I did reset the tier list because I feel like my face cam was getting in the way of the A and Go cards. And moving along right here, guys, we have this Opal Zach LaVine. I feel like Opal Zach LaVine does belong borderline in the Go tier, borderline A tier. Even though he does not have handles for days, which is a yellow flag. I don't think that is enough to hold him back from being in a Go tier, guys. I'm going to place him in a Go tier. This guy right here is essentially like a 6'5" version of RJ Hampton and a 6'5" version of Tracy McGrady. They have the exact same base and super goated animations as well. Moving on to Chauncey Billups right here. I think this Billups card right here does belong in a C tier. Even though I think he's a great defender, I think he has a red flag being his jump shot. It is slow for the point guard position. Next up, we have Louie Dampier. I think he does belong in a D tier. This man, Louie Dampier, is not usable right now. I feel like in my team, I feel like he can't really do much offensively, and he is very, very short at 6 feet tall. For Alex Caruso, I think Alex Caruso is a great card. I think he does belong in that great category of A tier. Next up right here is Galaxy Opal Steve Nash, who I think does belong in the C tier right here, guys. A lot of you guys will probably disagree with me on this one, but I'm honestly not really a fan of this Opal Steve Nash. I feel like he is a very, very overrated Galaxy Opal in a game. I feel like he is good, but not solid or great. For Del Curry, I think this card right here should belong in the A category. He's 6'4/6'5". Great height for that point guard position, and he does come with one of the best jump shots in the entire game. As we do move on to his son, Pink Diamond Steph Curry, I think this card right here, Opal Steph Curry. Pink Diamond Steph Curry was in B tier. I think the Opal Steph Curry is better than the Pink Diamond, so I'm going to put this Opal Steph Curry right here in the A tier. Next up for Mr. Barnett right here, I think this Barnett right here does belong in the C tier, and that is simply because of his jump shot. He has arguably the worst jump shot in the entire game. Next up right here is this Jalen Rose. I think this Opal Jalen Rose card right here does belong in the GOAT tier. I feel like he is higher than the A tier. I feel like he's better than all the A tier cards, but I feel like he is one of the worst GOAT cards in the GOAT tier. But nonetheless, though, I feel like he does belong in that category. As we move on right here to Galaxy Opal Penny Hardaway, I think this Opal Penny card does belong in the GOAT tier as well. He did get a massive, massive, massive Evo update, and I feel like that Evo update is worth it to put him in the Opal tier, to put him in the GOAT tier. Next up, Rito Turkle, I feel like this card right here also does belong in a GOAT tier as well. GOAT animation, GOAT card all around. For Thought Maker, Opal, I feel like he also does belong in the GOAT tier as well. For Lonzo Ball, I think he does belong in the A tier. He's a really good card, he's a great card, but not good enough, I feel like, to these GOAT tier type of cards. Moving forward to this Opal Ja Morant, I think he should be placed in the A tier right here. Borderline GOAT tier, but I don't think that he can hang with the GOAT cards in my team, so I'm going to be placing him right here in the A tier. As we do move on to this Opal Derrick Rose, I think he does belong in the A tier as well. I feel like he's just as good of a card to Ja Morant. And considering I had the Pink Diamond Rose in the B tier, I think Derrick Rose Opal version is better and should belong in the A tier. Next up for Oboe Jeremy Lin, I love this card a lot. I think he's one of the most underrated cards as well in the game. I think he should be in the B tier as well. As we do move on to this Opal Isaiah Thomas, I think this Opal Isaiah Thomas card right here is an underrated card, but he is just simply, I think he's undersized, but not undersized enough, I feel like, to be in the C tier. I'm going to be placing this Isaiah Thomas card right here in the B tier. For Doc Rivers, I think he's a solid card, therefore I think he should be in the B category. For Luka, I feel like he should be in a GO category. For James Harden, I'm not going to lie, this one is a pretty tough one. Opal James Harden is borderline A, borderline GOAT. And I think he should be in the GOAT tier just because I feel like he is a lot better, or slightly better, than the cards in the A tier right here. They do move on to J.R. Smith right here. This is a no-brainer. He does belong in the GOAT category. I love J.R. Smith a lot. Next up right here is Galaxy Opal Gilbert Arenas. I think he should be in the A tier. I think he's as good of a card as Jeremy Lin and Derrick Rose. Is moving forward right here, we have Dennis Johnson. I think Dennis Johnson is a very underrated card, and I think he does belong in the B tier, but not quite good enough, I feel like, as these A tier type of cards. We have Walt Frazier right here up next. He's another underrated card. I think he does belong in the... I think he should be in the B tier right here, guys. He has a nice jump shot. He has some pretty decent dunking animations, but I don't feel like he could dunk as well as these cards right here in the A tier. So I feel like the dunking advantage is why these A cards right here in A and B are in B, and he can't really dunk compared to the A, so therefore he is in B. We have Galaxy Opal Sarunas up next, and I think he should be in the B tier. He is 6'5" around that range at the point guard position, which is a great height, and he also does come with a cash money jumper. For Jason Kidd, I think he does belong in the C tier. He has a broken, beat-up jump shot, and he is just simply an average good point guard. And Jason Kidd right now, I guess, is the last player on this list. As that right there now, guys, is going to conclude this tier list with Jason Kidd being the last card who we do rank. To wrap up this video right here, I am going to be showing you guys right here the 3 tier lists that I do have for these point guards. I had to make 3 because there's so many point guards in a game. I think I did rank around 95, around that range. And here they are, guys, in the tiers I feel like that they do belong in. You guys can feel free to take a screenshot right here if you guys do want to, in case you guys miss out on anybody who I mentioned off in this video. And yeah, here they are. So that right there now, guys, I'm going to do it for this video. All in all, this video right here did take me a pretty long time to make. It took me about an hour, 15 minutes. to record. But I did have a lot of fun doing this video right here. So if you guys do want to see the shooting guard list, let me know down below in the comment section. I will most definitely get that shooting guard list to you guys in the next couple of days. So I hope this video right here has helped you guys determine which point guards you guys feel like are the best in the game, and also the best point guards that you guys want on your roster, because that's my main goal in making these position rankings videos, to help you guys figure out the best point guards you guys want, or just simply the best position you want and best card at that position on your roster. So if this video has helped you, make sure you guys go on ahead and consider hitting that subscribe button. Also drop a like, would be greatly appreciated as well. And I'll catch all of you guys in the next one. And as usual, as always, thanks for watching, and it's YBC, and I'm out. Peace.